The Londonpreneur Show with Michelle Carter.
Welcome to another episode of The Londonpreneur Show, our countdown to 100 episodes. Today's guest is Maria Stoeckner. She owns Tulip Fresh Clean and a longtime friend of mine. Welcome, Maria.
Thank you.
So what gets you out of bed in the morning?
The ability to run my own business, to know that I'm going to make people happy that day, and to be in charge of something and see it from beginning to end with really good results.
So Tulip Fresh Clean is a home cleaning business. Mm-hmm. What made you want to start that business?
I didn't grow up saying I want to run a cleaning company, but I think it was, I went down a road where I was looking at my options, and for the longest time I was thinking I should really run my own business, and what could I do that was low startup cost and that I was really good at and would make people happy. Because I like everybody else, you get laid off, you're looking for a different career path. I was also middle-aged. I don't know, it just came to me and I decided to do it, and I've never looked back.
So what made you come up with the name Tulip Fresh Clean?
Coming up with a name for my business was really hard. I wanted something that was fresh and young and kind of gave the idea that a positive image, like people could either smell the end result or get the idea of what it should be. And everything seemed to be taken. And then I realized that London favors regions that have tulips, and it's a very popular flower here. It also happens to be my favorite flower, and tulips are very fresh smelling. Like, to me, they smell very clean. They're wonderful, they're beautiful, they're fresh, and I thought that was a good name that would epitomize what the end result of my business would produce, provide to people.
It's a great name. So what would you like your business to be 5 years from now?
I'd like it to be running itself.
That's a good answer. How so?
I'd like to... My business is a couple of things. One, it's a service that's provided to people to free up their time so that they have more time to do the things that they like and spend quality time with their families. It's also a way for me to teach people about using products that are safe environmentally for families and children, pets, and the environment. Mm-hmm. And through the inception of my business, it's been a sort of a learning curve or revelation. I've discovered a line of products that really addresses this issue, and I find that the longer I'm in business, the people that actually embrace this particular product have cleaner homes and they stay cleaner longer, and it's healthier. Mm-hmm. So I'm also trying to educate people on what options are out there.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't have to always use the chemicals and the bleaches, and that's common in our household.
Which really deteriorate. Well, recently I did some work for a couple that was going into retirement, and the husband had been in the trades industry for years and very, very successful. In fact, he added an addition to his house. It was stunning, just a stunning piece of work, like with the stone and marble and the different surfaces that he used. And he kept the integrity of the surfaces they cleaned with this particular product. And when I came to clean for them, like, it was sort of a move-out clean, and he was really thrilled that I was using that. And he said, as a contractor, he's so amazed, like, when people embrace it. And he said that's what keeps the integrity of the finishes of the really fine products that they use. And he agreed that it keeps houses cleaner longer and it's healthier.
Yeah. So do you plan to hire people or staff for your business?
I'm looking at, I continually grow, and my next step is to go down that road, like to hire people, maybe just one initially, and then, see where that goes. But I've been open for a year and a half, and I've been experiencing steady growth, most of it organic. I really like that part of it.
Yeah.
I think the next move would be to try to grow and hire people, and because 5 years from now,
that'll help you automate your business.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I've been very much close with your marketing strategy, and we've tried a few things, and we know that the website doesn't really work, and social media doesn't really work, but word of mouth has really worked for your business.
It's interesting. Well, it's kind of people see the end result. You go and you clean, and people, if they're happy with it, they tell their friends about it. Yeah. And then somebody else that needs help will contact me, and it's grown that way, and it's been pretty remarkable in that sense, because we've tried a website. I'm not very good at Facebook, I have to admit that, but I probably could get a lot more mileage if I decided to go down that road, like using Facebook. The other thing that I've done business cards for networking with people in the city. That's got me some client generation, but not much. And I've also done big postcards and drop-offs and stuff like that. And unless somebody's looking for a cleaner, you're usually not going to get anything out of that, except at certain times of the year, maybe a little bit. But what I found that really worked for me is I'll clean somebody's place, and they'll say, oh, what a great job, and they'll tell their friends, and then somebody will come along and say, I need a cleaner. Do you know anybody? And that's how it's grown. It's a very tight-knit town, and I think it's really important to get out there and talk to people and connect with them. And you don't always get results immediately. But another thing that's worked for me is I like to talk about my business. Yeah. And I have a dog, so I walk my dog a lot. So I meet people and I like to talk. So I'll end up, not always, but sometimes talking about the business. Yeah. And it generates interest. And then people come back and ask me, or they'll ask me for a card. And it may not be for them. They may refer somebody else, but that has actually worked really well as well.
So dog walking is another marketing strategy.
Dog walking.
I love it. Well, where can we find, one other question I want to touch on is, what is your process when you do land a new client?
Usually I interview the client, like I'll come to their home and do a walkthrough with them, and they can explain what their needs are, what they'd like to see happen. And I go through room by room and look at what needs to be done and point it out. And excuse me, sorry. I usually go through each room with the client, and they'll tell me what their wish list is, and I'll tell them what I can do for them and how long it probably takes. We come to an agreement in terms of time. And usually what happens is the first or second clean is a spring clean. Yeah. And then from there you can usually reduce the number of hours or just maintain it.
Yeah. And that's when you usually quote the price too.
Yeah.
It's after you've done the second clean?
I don't quote it's usually just an overall rate, like by the hour.
Okay.
But it's just that the first clean for most people needs to usually be a longer one to address. You just want to clean everything from top to bottom and sort of make it a clean slate, and then moving forward, you maintain it.
Absolutely.
And most clients, that's what they want. It's very rare that I'll walk into a home that's already super clean and doesn't need a spring clean. Mm-hmm. It's happened maybe once.
Well, and thank you for joining me on the show today.
Thank you for having me here. I really enjoyed it.
Where can they contact you?
They can contact me at Tulip Fresh Clean at www.tulipfreshclean, spelled exactly as it sounds, .com, or they can contact me by phone number.
Great. Thank you very much.
Very welcome. Thank you.
And thank you for watching this episode as we count down to 100. Make sure you check us out as iTunes, Stitcher Radio, LondonPreneurs.ca. And you can also buy this lovely shirt that I'm wearing today from the website as we open up our new online shop. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.